Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Breaking the Fourth Wall. This is Season 3, Episode 12. There is no title for this because it is more of an announcement video than anything else. I myself am Chris Wilde. For 3 seasons, you've been seeing my face as the face of Breaking the Fourth Wall, and of course as the face of Realm of the Mist Entertainment in general. Look, I'm going to take off my glasses here because I don't have to look at any of the panelists. I don't need to look at myself. So we could have this conversation ourselves. Why am I by myself first and foremost? It's because the rest of the members of Realm of the Mist and usually the usual panelists for Breaking the Fourth Wall are off doing other things. Brian Miller has been starting doing DJ for RadioCastFM.com. And yes, I am speaking to you guys in RadioCast land as well with this episode, particularly with this episode. I want you guys to know what's going on with Breaking the Fourth Wall, what's going on in the world of Realm of the Mist Entertainment, what's going on in the world of RadioCast FM. Basically, I'm going to give you guys all the lowdown on everything going on. And the first and foremost thing that I need to say is we are on Breaking the Fourth Wall. And because of which, I have an announcement to make. It is with heavy heart and even heavier reluctance that I am here to announce today that this will be the final episode of Breaking the Fourth Wall. Not final episode of the season. Final episode. I am closing Breaking the Fourth Wall. Reason of being, I know what you're saying. Wait a minute. Why? This is your show. Yeah, well, I do have other shows on Realm of the Mist Entertainment, and I do have Realm of the Mist Entertainment. The reason I am closing Breaking the Fourth Wall is very simply, there's been nothing for us to talk about. Now, I'm going to give you guys a rundown of the history of Breaking the Fourth Wall, and then I'll explain why it feels necessary to close Breaking the Fourth Wall itself. Breaking the Fourth Wall was born because while I'm at work as a apartment maintenance mechanic, I have gone out numerous times doing my job, especially in empty apartments where I'm allowed to listen to music or podcasts, whatever the case may be. And I was always listening to Hollywood Babylon or Collider Movie News or stuff of that nature. And I had run the idea by my good friend and usually Babble partner here, Dan Laria. And he had come up originally with the idea of America's Pop Culture magazine, which was a previously standing, he can tell the story better than I can, but it was a previously standing idea that he had for an actual magazine, and he and I came up with the idea, well, let's make it a roundtable discussion about entertainment, Star Wars versus Star Trek, Marvel versus DC, stuff of that nature. So we did, and I survived 5... maybe 6 episodes of America's Pop Culture magazine, and the restrictions of things like watch your language, when I like getting heated in some of my debates and conversations, and generally just some of the directions American Pop Culture wanted to do, it didn't sit right with me. There was nothing wrong with what he was doing, power to be that is, but for me it was like, I kind of want to go a different direction. So the idea came about that I would do a audio podcast only originally, where I could be uncensored and just release it on YouTube. And I would call it Breaking the Fourth Wall. Well, with Dan's blessing, we did that, and basically we were sister companies to each other in the beginning. And he did his video thing, and I did my audio thing. And that's how Fourth Wall started. And I started with a guy named Anthony Ferris and a guy named Bryan Virgillio. Bryan Haden. And that's how we started the show. And the first season was us. and it was all audio podcast. You can go back and see it on YouTube right now. You can go see the first I forget how many episodes we did. I think like 16 or something like that. And all you heard was us talking and see the logo of Breaking the Fourth Wall on the screen the whole time. Very, very low budget, low quality. I recorded it from my phone. Literally a phone conversation that was set on speaker mode, and a microphone next to the speaker to pick up the conversation. Really low budget, but it worked. And I mean, we didn't grow dramatically, but we grew. And when I shut down the first season, it didn't grow enough for me to really think that there was a future for Breaking the Fourth Wall. And then two friends of mine, Eric Batista and Christina Tali, caught wind of Breaking the Fourth Wall and had decided they wanted to speak to me about doing season 2. And I told them I wasn't sure about season 2. I wasn't sure if this is something I was actually going to do. I didn't know if it was even worth it. There's so many podcasts out there talking about the same things I talk about. If I even thought about doing season 2, it would have to be revamped. And it was Christina's idea to make it a video show. And as we were revamping it and doing a couple episodes, we started gaining attention from other people, especially when we went a different direction in not just quality, but also in promotion. And we caught the attention of somebody named John Tolly. And John, through one of the Collider streams, not streams, but discussion groups, fan groups, stuff of that nature, had turned around and contacted us, talking about wanting to do his own podcast called War of the Stars. And would we be interested in not only being on it, but helping him to produce? Understand, at that time, there was no Realm of the Mist yet. Well, there was, but I had created Realm of the Mist a long time ago to protect my my entertainment interests. Entertainment interests when I was a musician. So literally, I went and copyrighted the company name to be able to protect things like photos and album covers and stuff of that nature. That's what Realm of the Mist was for. Well, I had stopped being a musician back in 2008. You know, as far as being in an active band and, you know, releasing active material. So the company name was sitting dormant with nothing to do. So when the idea came about of not only doing Breaking the Fourth Wall, but now taking on this show called War of the Stars, a Star Wars story or a Star Wars podcast, and then also the idea of that trans geek girl started floating around. That's when it was decided that I would open up Realm of the Mist Entertainment as an umbrella company to protect the interests of every podcast that would be under our banner. Not only in protection, but also in helping a promotion. These guys do act very independently of myself. I don't control their productions. I'm not like Disney overlording that trans geek girl and War of the Stars, telling them this is the type of show I want and this is how I want you to do it, you know, and stuff of that nature. Now go. No, Realm of the Mist just simply says, make your show and we'll help put it out there. That's all Realm of the Mist does. We'll put it out there and we'll protect it. And of course, we'll interchange talent with all the other shows. So there's a little behind the scenes secret that you guys probably didn't know. Here I am breaking the fourth wall of the company for you guys. The company, number one, does not control anybody's podcasts. We don't. We don't own it. Star Wars Canon Library is Brian Miller's. That Trans Geek Girl is Christina's. Rant Nation is Eric Batista's. It had to be said in Journal of Jedi. Well, those are mine. Journal's mine and Brian Miller's. War of the Stars, that is John Martoli's. and you get the point, so on and so forth. Gaming XP back in the day was Matt Cruz's, so we never controlled the content that came out of each individual show. That was up to the host and creator of that show itself. However, the only things we did ask is under Realm of the Mist, please put, like you see above me here, right over here, the Realm of the Mist logo in the front of your intro, so people know that you are part of the Realm of the Mist family. 2, if you have a panel, please consider other members of Realm of the Mist to be your panelists and interchange on-air talent. 3, we will promote you in every way, shape, and form. Besides your own individual YouTube channels, we will put up your videos on Realm of the Mist's channel as well. We will promote you and write things to realmofthemist.com, which again you see down below here, down below me. And any affiliations with like our YouTube news group or Twitter page and stuff like that. And not only that, but we would also give you full access to all that I just described. So not only can we promote you, but you can promote yourself any which way you want. You want to do a live stream on the Realm of the Mist group page? Go ahead. Go ahead. You don't need my permission. Go ahead. The only other thing that was required from Realm of the Mist was due to there was only a limited amount of people who would edit videos at the time. We requested that we kept some sort of schedule that if one show or 2 shows were recording one night, to ease up on the people editing and uploading, that we would not schedule all the shows in one night. In other words, if Breaking the Fourth Wall was recorded on a Tuesday, and that Trans Geek Girl was also recorded on a Tuesday, that's 2 videos that needs to be edited and released. Well, so we're not overloading our editors, and we're not taking away fan bases from everybody else. War of the Stars and Star Wars Canon Library would then record on a Wednesday, if that makes sense. That was the concept. That was the only thing we requested and basically required in Realm of the Mist Entertainment. And for the most part, that worked out. So anyway, back to Breaking the Fourth Wall. It kind of became the parent podcast of Realm of the Mist. It was the flagship show. So everybody, in a sense, kind of reported to Breaking the Fourth Wall. Everybody would appear on Breaking the Fourth Wall at least once or twice. Christina, Eric, and Brian Miller were absolute staples panelists on Breaking the Fourth Wall, along so with Christen Stovell and Matt Cruz, who I had mentioned earlier. Christen Stovell, for those of you that may not be familiar, is a author of the Book of Souls series, or Song of Souls series, excuse me. Go check it out. Look her up on Facebook. Check out her book. I've read book 1. I haven't read book 2 yet. It is absolutely phenomenal. You guys, if you're into fantasy, elves, and things of that nature, and, especially if you have a heart for things that are, what's the word I'm looking for? Do lost loved ones really leave us type scenarios? This is definitely the book for you. Okay, so definitely go check her out. If you talk to her, let her know, hey, I'm still talking about your book. But the skinny of it is that after season 2, there was a little bit of this is breaking the fourth wall. I'm just going to say it. There was a little bit of falling out and dissension within the ranks of the company. So season 3 was already not starting off well. I'm not going to point any fingers. I'm not going to, blame anybody or anything else. Look, when you work together like we did, and when you're friends and family as we are, sometimes we'll say things we don't mean or take things the wrong way. Blood can get heated and stuff of that nature. And unfortunately, that had caused a little bit of a rift in some of the members of Realm of the Mist and its affiliates. And during that off season, I had to put together yet another panel. And that other panel, first was just me and Brian and Eric. And then we stopped doing the video, went back to audio because I took on Dan Laria, who we mentioned back in the beginning of this video, and a couple of his buddies. And not only were we doing Breaking the Fourth Wall, but we were now introducing shows like America's Pop Culture Magazine under Realm of the Mist Entertainment, Talking Trek, which was the first ever Star Trek podcast on Realm of the Mist Entertainment. They were audio only because some of the members weren't too familiar with Skype or didn't have the equipment. I'm trying to be nice here, but they were old. Let's just call it what it is. They were old, they didn't understand Skype, or their computers were not strong enough to handle a live stream performance. So I had to downgrade it down to audio only, which still worked out well enough for what people needed, especially when it comes to things like YouTube, because if you're anything like myself, 9 times out of 10, you're not even watching a video anyway. You pick a podcast on YouTube and you set your phone down and you go about doing what you're doing and you just listen. You know, so the audio was way more important than the video anyway. I know there's some people that actually prefer the video and probably would yell right now at me for the graininess of the video that I'm recording right now. Unfortunately, my webcam went to crap, and I'm using the computer's webcam until this weekend when I can pick up another webcam. So forgive the quality of the video right now. It will be improved. But as far as that's concerned, that's where Season 3 took us. For half the season. Fences got mended. We had the return of that trans geek girl, who also wound up making cameo appearances on Breaking the Fourth Wall. Brian took care of some of his personal issues and was able to come back, not only with Star Wars Canon Library, but of course we birthed Journal of the Jedi. He has also birthed Monday Mailbag, and also has been a regular on Breaking the Fourth Wall yet again. So, why am I closing this if that's what's going on? That leads us to today. Well, the reason I'm closing down Breaking the Fourth Wall is a couple realizations have come to me. Number one, Breaking the Fourth Wall birthed Realm of the Mist Entertainment. So, it seems logical, the logical evolution of Breaking the Fourth Wall would be just become the company you birthed. So, Breaking the Fourth Wall would be simply Realm of the Mist Entertainment. Second off, there hasn't been a whole lot of entertainment news to discuss, and particularly because we have so many shows that specialize in particular entertainments, it's hard not to sound like a broken record about talking about like Han Solo when we've already discussed it to death on Journal of the Jedi, Star Wars Canon Library, and War of the Stars. It's kind of hard to talk about Star Trek Discovery when we have Talking Trek talking about Star Trek Discovery in the Orville. So, you know, the stuff of that nature made it very, very difficult to find subjects of interest to even bring forth, you know, into the discussion topics for Breaking the Fourth Wall. I mean, all I'm left with right now is like speculations, and I know what you're saying is like, well, Chris, there's Black Panther. Aren't you interested in that? Yes, I absolutely am, but I haven't seen it yet. What do you want me to do? Regurgitate all the press release about it? Oh, it's one of the greatest comic book movies ever made. Sure, I hear great things about the movie. I have nothing else to say on it. I'm excited to see it. I will be going to see it very soon. I have not seen it yet, so I can't give any type of informed opinion outside of it's getting great reviews. I hear it's a great film. I'm really excited to see it. Moving on. Now, see, that took a whole 30 seconds. I'm supposed to fill an hour at minimum. Let's talk about Rebels. Rebels is finishing its season, and wow, the way they're finishing the season is absolutely phenomenal. But again, we could touch that on Journal of the Jedi. We could touch that on War of the Stars. We could touch that on Star Wars Canon Library. There's there's no way I should be able to take away these types of conversations with them. And I don't want to go into rumor and speculation territory with breaking the fourth wall. I really, really don't. In the sense of like I feel in the 3 seasons that Breaking the Fourth Wall has been on, that we have been open and honest with you guys in every aspect of everything we've ever reported. That when we discussed things, and even in our rants and everything else, we always tried to make sure that we had the best available facts to bring to you. And if it wasn't necessarily verifiable facts, we told you from gate, look, this is speculation. Take it with a grain of salt until we can provide you the proof that this is actually correct. You know, like for the sake of argument, them rebooting the Crow movie as a perfect example. You know, that was such a rumor mill for so long until it was finally announced that, yeah, Jason Momoa is going to be playing the Crow, and now they're battling with having directors, because a lot of directors feel the same way I do. Don't remake the Crow, but, you know, that type of stuff right there is I want to be able to be legitimate. And you know, in this day and age, and I don't want to get too political here, in this day and age, an honest news source for entertainment, an honest news source, not fake news, not generating stories because we have nothing to talk about. Unfortunately, we've reached that road where there's nothing under the sun to really talk about. Well, there's another rule in Realm of the Mist Entertainment that applies to every show on Realm of the Mist except It Had to Be Said, which was created purposely to give everybody an outlet for this one rule so it stays off of every other show. That rule is no politics. So, with Breaking the Fourth Wall, a lot of entertainers and everything else have gone very, very political. Very political in their opinions, very outspoken in their political opinions, stuff of that nature. Sure, Breaking the Fourth Wall could sit there and comment on that. The problem is some of us would agree with the people, some of us would not. And not only would that cause dissension within our own ranks, which probably would make for decent YouTube video streams, but it would destroy our friendships. It would offend our listeners and our watchers. It just wasn't worth it. It was not worth at all ever allowing that onto our entertainment shows. Keep our entertainment shows about entertainment. If you need to discuss what Trump did or did not do, go to It Had to Be Said, record a video. You could say whatever you wish to say. It's on your own. If you want to have a panel of like-minded people, go ahead. If you want to have a panel of difference of opinion people, go right ahead and have at it. You know, just rant, get it off your chest, so that way when you come back and you do Breaking the Fourth Wall or That Trans Geek Girl or Star Wars Channel or whatever, you've got it out of your system, and now you can concentrate on entertainment, be it music, movies, whatever the case may be. So, with that being said, again, I could not, with the direction that Hollywood has been taking as of late, with their political points of view, and how aggressively they have been sticking, hold on a second here. With how aggressively they've been sticking to their viewpoints and giving it out to the masses, whether in support of or against current, United States administration and particular people. I don't want to report that on Breaking the Fourth Wall. See, right now I'm playing the political game. I'm not showing that I'm either for or against what celebrities are doing. The reason being is because I don't want to offend my listeners. I don't want to offend them if I turn around and say, Hollywood needs to shut up and just dance like a normal human being. Or I don't want to, offend them if I turn around. They're absolutely right. I hold no opinion when I'm doing a show like Breaking the Fourth Wall or any other of our entertainment shows. If you want to know my opinion, go watch It Had to Be Said. That's what I recorded for. But here it's about entertainment. Particularly about entertainment. And so, with Breaking the Fourth Wall, here's what's going to happen with the show and within the company of Realm of the Mist in general. No, this does not mean I'm retiring or turning Realm of the Mist away. Shut up. Yes, don't worry about it. People don't understand. I'm recording. Where was I? What was I saying? Oh, does not mean I'm closing down the company or anything of that nature. I'm not. I'm closing down Breaking the Fourth Wall. There are still going to be nerdy observations. There's still going to be War of the Stars. There's still going to be Journal of the Jedi, Star Wars Canon Library. There's still going to be that Trans Geek Girl. I'm sure we'll get back to doing Rant Nation eventually. After Hours is still releasing videos here or there. Those are the more sporadic shows. It Had to Be Said is also a sporadic show. It appears when it wants to appear. If there is ever entertainment news to start reporting again, we do have Realm of the Mist breaking news, and I am thinking about revamping Breaking the Fourth Wall to being just simply Realm of the Mist Entertainment. So you may see a new season of a new show that is exactly breaking the fourth wall, but under the banner of Realm of the Mist, because it just makes more sense. Instead of flagshipping a separate podcast where other talents are on that podcast, why don't we just make it Realm of the Mist gets together and talks about it? So, however, the name Breaking the Fourth Wall may not be gone because of the fact, let me be the first to announce, especially to our RadioCast FM listeners, last year, Breaking the Fourth Wall had done a live show through RadioCast FM by remote in Feasterville, PA at a place called Comic Collections. And Comic Collections loved the fact that we did that so much, they want us back this year. RadioCast FM and myself and some of the members of Realm of the Mist have already agreed that we will do this, and we are looking tentatively around May to do this show. That will be breaking the fourth wall because of the fact that I've also decided that the words breaking the fourth wall could still be used within remote live performances where we break out of our studio or our Skype conversations and go out into the real world. We're breaking the fourth wall to speak to you guys. So it's not the end of the idea of breaking the fourth wall. It is just the end of this particular show because that show is evolving into Realm of the Mist Entertainment. Or Realm of the Mist Talk. I haven't decided exactly its exact name yet, but it's going to be Realm of the Mist, plain and simple. I think it makes the most sense. Guys, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. You know, are you sad to see Realm of the Mist go? Let me see. I can't even see what time it is yet. That's what I get for taking off my glasses, right? Oh, we're only a half an hour in. Haha. It's a short show because I don't really have much else to talk about. Well, what I can talk about now is I'm very, very much want to say it's been a great 3 seasons, guys. When I started this, I started it as a lark. And I didn't care if nobody would listen. I did it because it was something for me to do, especially because I was a guy that used to be a musician, used to be a pro wrestler. I was used to being out in the spotlight, you know, and entertaining. And I had no outlet like that after I got married and had children. And I decided to be the family man. And then I got divorced. I barely get to see my kids. And I spent majority of my life working, you know, the 9-to-5 grind to you know, pay child support, stuff like that. And I'm not trying to give you a sob story. I'm just trying to tell you that breaking the fourth wall became an outlet to me. And that's really what it was more than anything else, was just a chance for me to be able to escape the pressures of day-to-day life and go out and provide what I hope is some form of entertainment to somebody, anybody who's listening. I didn't care if it got big. I didn't care if I ever got money out of YouTube or whatever else. I just wanted to be able to go sit around with a couple of my buddies, joke, bullshit, and enjoy, each other's company while talking about things we loved. That's what breaking the fourth wall was. And it grew beyond anything I could ever have expected. It became Realm of the Mist Entertainment. It had brought me new friends like Brian Miller and Mario Hernandez Jr. and John Mark Tully and Matt Cruz and Christen Stovell and so many others, you know, that not only wanted to be part of this family, but also part of my actual friends. I talk to these people off camera too. I hang out with them. I'm talking on a microphone Brian Miller sent me for my birthday. I mean, that's how close of friends we've all become. Now, Eric, Christina, Dan, myself, we've all been friends for quite a long time with each other. The new additions are what, you know, to me, they're just as... I've known Brian for like 2 years now. And I've never met the man in person. He lives in Kansas. I live in Philadelphia. But as for a perfect example. But I'm just as close to Brian as I am to Christina or Eric, who I've known for over 20. In my mind. And I hope and believe in his mind as well. You know, and the same goes for John. The same goes for Mario. The same goes for anybody in Realm of the Mist Entertainment. So that was always the biggest accomplishment to me. Is that I looked forward every day, no matter if it was breaking the fourth wall, or that trans geek girl, or Press A Gaming, or, well, not so much Press A Gaming, because that's usually a solitary performance. And you're not paying attention to me, you're paying attention to the game I'm playing, so it doesn't really count. Or, you know, Talking Trek or something of that nature, was I look forward to sitting down and just bullshitting with my friends. And talking about the things we love. And seeing the passion in us for what we loved. That was what really mattered to me. So, in that aspect, breaking the fourth wall has been and always will be a success. But it's time to concentrate on the other things. That's what business does. It grows and it evolves. And right now, the world does not need breaking the fourth wall. So I want to thank everybody who has shown their support for so many years for the company. For the podcast, not the company. The company is still alive. Realm of the Mist Entertainment will be releasing videos all the time. And for Radiocast, just because Breaking the Fourth Wall will no longer be the mainstay show that's performed on Saturday nights or Saturday afternoons does not mean that I will not continue to give audio of Realm of the Mist shows, whether it's Star Wars Canon Library, That Trans Geek Girl, Rant Nation, whatever. Probably not It Had to Be Said, just because it had to be said. Again, I don't want anybody to get particularly offended. I may do one more Breaking the Fourth Wall, but it won't be a season Breaking the Fourth Wall. I do want to do one where I get everybody together in one final panel to say farewell. That one will definitely be on Radiocast FM as well. You know, reminisce about some of our favorite times and some of our not so favorite times. You know, stuff of that nature. Some of our favorite stories we talked about, and all that. But that's it, guys. Breaking the Fourth Wall is no more. Welcome to the era of Realm of the Mist. If you want to find me, you can find me right here on this little realmofthemist.com website that's down at the bottom of the screen. Of course, check out all the other great shows on Realm of the Mist Entertainment, like Star Wars Canon Library, War of the Stars, That Trans Geek Girl, Rant Nation, Journal of the Jedi, Press A Gaming, and so many other shows. Guys, we do this for you guys, so please, if you're watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that like button, share this video out, let people know that this exists, because without you guys, there's no point for us to continue on, and we do this for you. So without you, there is no us. Thank you very, very much for the memories, guys, and I will see you next week on one of the many great shows on realmofthemist.com.